Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. And what we're doing right now is following my journey along with the Canadian Armed Forces with basic training. There's been a couple of videos so far that have already been posted, so check those out if you're new to the channel. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy the next one as we're kind of making fun about my progress within basic training.
I'm Sergeant Derek Scott, and this is Basic Up.
Prove to the rest of the school that you're in week 6. Prove to the rest of the school that you are the senior English platoon. Out of everybody that's in that building right now, you're graduating first. They're all watching you. The people that just showed up this weekend probably don't realize what the numbers mean. They will before the week's out, because they'll be wearing 1s. They'll be looking at you wearing number 6s. They won't see any 7s or 8s or 9s. They're looking at the 6s.
I remember walking through the mess hall or just down the corridors, and it was always like, it was that class, like you look at different teams' epaulets and you're like, ooh, they're week 3. Ooh. And of course, we just started at this time. Or you see somebody else be like, oh my god, ooh, week 12's ooh, they're going to graduate. They know something. They've been through some stuff, right? And it's kind of funny because it's just the mentality it is with the training within any kind of facility like this, that you kind of have some sort of, it's not weird, it's kind of just a typical respect that they've made it through that far, and that you hope that you are able to achieve that much within the training and not have to restart the training or get injured and things like that. But it's just funny how they just made that the number on your chest be such a big deal. It just, I don't know. The psychology is just so interesting to me.
Be proud of the 6. Show them how to do drill properly.
Yes, PO! My family's in Poland, most of them, for my brother's wedding. So my mom, my dad, my little sister, and my brother are there. My older sister didn't go away, so I went to see her last weekend. But since I brought one of the members of a platoon with us, she got a little mad about that. But I don't like going anywhere by myself. And then I got mad because my little sister took all my clothing down to Poland. So I had absolutely nothing to wear. I got really pissed. I had to go shopping so I could at least go out and, have something decent to wear when I went drinking and blew all my money.
What do we say about freaking jewelry? What's the only kind of jewelry you're allowed to wear?
Again, P.O. I'm not sure, P.O.
A wedding band and a medical alert device. The only types of jewelry you're allowed to wear. Correct, Anderson?
Yes, P.O.
Then why are you still wearing another type of ring at Monday of freaking week 6? Do you want to go back to week 1?
No, P.O. Okay.
Keep pumping.
Same way in the CF pants. The first face in yours, pant legs towards the onward.
Yes, that's perfect. What, you give it up on me, Anderson?
No, P.O.
Then why have you stopped?
Catch my breath, P.O. P.O.
How many did you do?
13, P.O.
13. Recover. How many did you get on the week?
Permission to start push-ups, Master Corporal?
10, P.O.
10.
Sorry,
so in
12, I apologize.
12. So in 6 weeks you managed to increase that by 1.
17, 18,
It's our
19,
platoon number.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Permission to recover, Master Corporal.
Yes. We're trying to work on this.
Bosman, your push-ups are good. And for that, you're going to think I'm going to congratulate you, but his suck.
Yes,
You
P.O.
get what I'm saying?
Yes, P.O.
Work together, because he's got another week. And he doesn't do fucking better than he's doing right now.
Anything.
Pop.
Combat pants.
Yes, P.O.
CF pants.
To see the responsibility he's trying to put on to the guy next door to him. So that could also be very encouraging, as well as very kind of taxing, if you will, if that person beside him never really cares or doesn't really take anything that seriously. It makes it really tough on the entire troop. And when you bring people down, things like the weekend, like the previous recruit was talking about when she went away, those things get taken away from you really easy. And that's just a very good deterrent to keep you in line, to make sure that you understand this is not a game, this is what you're doing as a career, And if you don't want to play by their rules, they're just going to take things away from you until you quit.
Okay, we are Monday morning, week 6 inspection. First inspection of the week. This week, Friday, it's the test for the inspection. So now we're looking into details, small details. So the platoon commander is going to check on Friday morning, or the division commander. And overall, it's not too bad, but we're looking into details, like the combat pants underneath the shirt. It's never right, so we have to check that, because they think we won't go there, but we go. So they're not too bad so far. We're just looking for details. Man on the floor! Number 1, stand fast. Reminder, stand at ease.
Private Russo, 339, AVN Tech 514, awaiting inspection, Master Corporal.
About turn. About turn. Why you still have your plate in there?
So for the female barracks, if you will, obviously they had to announce that a male was on the floor in case anybody was indecent, and that's just the proper way of doing things with any professional organization. And doesn't mean that the status or the type of training was any less for them whatsoever. They had to go through the same training, the same kind of level of standard, and you kind of appreciate seeing that within this kind of video, because being a male on the other side, you never dare to cross over to the other side, and that kind of sucked for a lot of the female members, because they would feel lonely, things like that, because like they didn't have their friends with them, basically, right? No way to encourage them, no way to challenge them, no way to help train with them, no way to do any extra studying with them, is what I'm trying to say. And that could, kind of be really tough when you're trying to make sure that you're not going to fail and restart a course all over again.
Private Dumont, 725, Cook 064, awaiting your inspection, Master Corporal.
About turn. Whoa. Did I tell you to about turn again?
No, Master Corporal.
About turn.
Permission.
About turn. Yes.
Count them out loud, Calhoun.
4.
Down
5.
further. Down further. That's it.
Make sure that's full. No, make sure that's full. What did I say? What did I say about your hangers yesterday? Getting into details. Test is Friday.
For sure, Master Corporal.
That towel is supposed to be 9 by 12.
That's actually not a bath towel. I need to buy another one at the HQ.
They sell towels at HQ?
HQ clothing store maybe.
Clothing store, yeah.
And oh, it's a good thing I dropped it, eh? You have pins in the back, eh? Make sure you put them on. We're gonna have to talk today.
We will?
We will talk today.
We're gonna talk right freaking now, Dumont. This is Monday of week freaking 6. You're still curling your hands up when you lift your leg. You're still looking around all over the place instead of straight to your front. You're still making googly eyes. You're still making funny faces. You're still chewing on your tongue. Don't you freaking move your head! Do you understand me, Private Dumont? If this is too freaking difficult for you, we'll arrange for you to go somewhere else. Do you understand me? Would you like to go back to week 1 and start over again? Because I can freaking arrange it with a platoon starting today.
Of course not, Master Corporal.
I am not a freaking Master Corporal!
Yo.
Do your push-ups.
It's a challenge because you could kind of see the smirk on her face that she's not really maybe taking it as seriously, and that's kind of a problem. So that could be just because she just doesn't really believe in the system. That could be because of her political, beliefs or anything like that. But you know what? If you join the Canadian Armed Forces or any forces and you expect to serve with them, you need to abide by their rules. Otherwise, they're going to kick you out. Because what's the point of having somebody who is expected to go over a hill and they have some sort of agenda of saying, no, I don't really feel like it. And it doesn't really work that way. So anyways, interested to see her story, but unfortunately, we're not really following her.
Keep the noise down over there. There's other people getting inspected. Something you want to say, Private Dumont?
No, PO.
You don't wave your freaking hands around when you're talking to a staff member. Do you understand me?
Okay,
your feet are together and stop. Just before you get yourself so freaking dig in, dug in that you're going to regret it. Don't backtalk me. I don't put up with it from my 3-year-old. I'm not going to put up with it from you. You understand me?
I wasn't doing anything wrong. I didn't think I was doing anything
You
wrong.
were. And exactly what I told you. Do you understand me?
Well, I still feel like I was trying my hardest and then I got yelled at.
Well, Private Dumont, in week 6, trying your hardest isn't good enough.
Well, I'll do better.
Then do better. Pack your stuff up.
I just wanted to say, like, what are we going to be talking about? Like,
We've already talked. Don't need to talk later. I told you exactly what you need to correct, what you need to work on it. You understand me?
yes, Pia.
Hey, Bo.
Brooke, lift your head up and go down first.
Yes.
Private Warmco 878 MSC up 935, awaiting your inspection, Master Corporal.
What is this?
First, Master Corporal.
Use it on your beret before the inspection.
Yes, Master Corporal.
Push off, Master Corporal.
Yes. Hey, Bo, turn. Hey, Bo, turn.
So you see here that you have to have all your boots lined up over in this location at the end of your bed. So you had the fire blanket, you had 2 fire blankets, you had the one at the end of your bed for all your gear, you had the one that basically was to cover you in the middle of the night, and as well as a couple white sheets and basically obviously 1 pillow. So the very middle was your basically like your DEUs, or the ones that were like the fancy kind of shoes, and then you had 2 sets of basically drill boots, and then you basically had kind of like a formal combat boot. This was your rucksack in the middle, and this was basically like a field steel bag or steel kind of like device. Yeah, it's been so long, guys, so sorry about this, but basically it's a trunk, right? So you just keep all your belongings in the trunk, whether that be like gear, clothing, snacks, that kind of stuff, and everything gets inspected. So you have to lay out your magazines. These are 30 round magazines for the C7, which for you Americans out there, it is equivalent to the M4, and has full automatic capability as well as 3-round bursts and single shot as well. It's the rounds are 5.56, and like I said, the magazines carry 30. You have about maybe 4 on you during this training period, because that's what happens to be able to be put into your webbing, as well as any other gear. So again, you got your gas mask here. It has no filters on it yet because you haven't had the SCBQ training yet, and rain jackets, that kind of stuff. So he's just going to go through everything just like you would as you expect in the other episodes, and obviously grilling the females on making sure that they're not having an attitude problem, and if they do have an attitude, that it's going to be checked out really quickly.
See that in the CC bag.
What's that, Master Corporal?
I don't want to see this in your CC bag.
Yes, Master Corporal.
Put that in the CB locker.
Yes, Master Corporal.
Holy shoot.
Put that away.
What is this?
It's foot powder, Master Corporal.
Why you put that in there before inspection?
See, I forgot which boots I was wearing, Master Corporal.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. You done?
Permission to start push-ups, Master Corporal.
Yes. No. Keep it. Keep this in there.
Master Corporal?
Yes.
I was wondering
Recover
if
after
you
that shake.
gas mask today?
Full fighting order, right?
Yes, Master Corporal. Just that last time when I had weapons class, they told me we don't need our gas mask when we go
Yes.
there.
But you bring it downstairs anyway.
Yes, Master Corporal.
Okay. Fenton, 8 o'clock in front of the vault. Your weapon, webbing, helmet. I think it's the first time I see so much emotion in there, so many emotion. Something's going on in the platoon in my section with the females, so we're gonna fix that this week. We're gonna try to fix it this week.
Basic Up will be right back.
Get my other one out of the box. Can you do my notes right on top of it?
Are you all closing that little thing? Leave it open. Leave it open.
So as talked about earlier, this was the part of the week where you're learning how to actually use a firearm, or not to discharge it, but how to disassemble it, how to reassemble it, what the components were, what the names were called, and you're being tested on that as well. So once you became more familiar with it, then you're able to actually put together and field dress it, to be able to clean it and make sure that it's lubricated properly in order to be able to use it if you ever had to actually discharge your firearm, obviously. And they also did night dressing as well, so that they would turn off the lights, and then you have to try to re-put back together your firearm in the dark, because there's situations in the real world where that might have to happen. And you had to kind of like remember, like, did you have the spring? Did you have the bolt? Was it assembled? Was the casing on? Was the arm guard on? Do you have a strap with it? Like, all these things have to be in your mind in order to actually function as a soldier, obviously. So this was that part. For myself, I never actually fired a long range or a rifle in my life at that time. I did a little cap stuff and copperhead air rifles, but never discharged an actual real firearm at that time. And again, this is a C7 iron sight with a 5.56 ammunition. And obviously during training, especially when you're inside a building like this, there's no ammunition whatsoever until you go out to the firing range, and they will train you how to properly dispose of it, or use it, or keep it, or whatever you got to do with it. So find out.
Steady up. Fix your stuff later. Private Abor 487, Infantry 031, 11 Platoon, 13 out of 55, awaiting your instruction, Master Corporal. Thank you very much, Master Corporal.
You can always tell the ones who never actually had one in their hand before, especially if it's a right-handed rifle and you're using your right hand to cock the rifle. That's not what you need to do. Obviously, you got to use your left hand in order to cock the rifle, and maybe apply the bolt catch and inspect the barrel itself. But when you start seeing people take their hand off the guard, you don't want to do that, because if you're in a firefight, the last thing you want to do is take your hand off the actual trigger. So you need to use your other hand to reload it, as well as cock it, as well as help aim it down range. So it's just kind of fun to remember what it was like before you got all that training done. Be a little bit humble about it, that when you're joining, you're expecting there to learn. You can't be too hard on yourself, and just take it day by day.
Engage bolt catch. Bring the cocking handle forward. There. Okay, same here. Pistol grip hand, cock your weapon. Keep the actions to the rear. Handguard hand, engage the bolt catch. Bring the cocking handles forward. There we go. Weapon is pointing upwards in a 45-degree angle. On the word of command, clear. Pistol grip hand, you will cock the weapon, bring the actions forward under control. Strike forward, assist, shoulder, aim for the action. Clear. Clear.
One pace, step back. March.
1, 2.
Order. Out.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Stand at ease.
1.
Stand easy.
1, 2, 3, 1.
All right, check it out.
I have a question, I want an answer. Where are you supposed to put your fifth magazine?
In the butt pack.
Where did you put it?
I put it on the side.
There you go. Put it on the pouch, in the pouch on the side. You lose it, you will pay for it.
You put it in your backpack, and that's it.
So this was the very basic of marching with a rifle, and obviously having like total control of it, make sure you know where the muzzle is being pointed at, that you're ensuring that you're having your magazines on you, and obviously they are not loaded as you're doing just simple parade practice, right? And there's a lot more responsibility basically if you were to lose that, your rifle, things like that, to be huge consequences. Obviously, if you're actually to lose your rifle itself, obviously the MPs might be involved. But majority of the time, whenever we did have a rifle, the actual bolt was removed and put into a bolt box, is what they call it. And then that was to be stored and basically looked after by somebody who's in charge of the vault or some member within the platoon to carry the bolt box with them and had everybody's bolts on it. On the bolts themselves were engraved with the number, and that associated with the rifle they were associated to.
Basic Up will continue.
Sorry.
The obstacle course becomes more difficult as training progresses. By week 6, the recruits are carrying weapons as they attempt to negotiate the various obstacles and apparatus.
I'm gonna start my watch, and I'm gonna stop it when the last one is over. Ready? Go! Just be safe. Don't give up. Don't give up. Clear! That's it. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. There we go.
It's definitely a lot more challenging, but by this time, by week 6, you're a little bit more physically fit. You've got into your routine of eating a little bit better, maybe you did at home. No more snacking, no more drinking alcohol, that kind of stuff. That stuff was very limited if you're even able to get accessible to it whatsoever. But like running around with a rifle and like a full gear is quite difficult. Obviously going over like obstacle courses just like this one. But what they don't know at the moment is that down the road, when you start getting a full plate of armor, plus your gear, and your rucksack, and all the other stuff, that gets a hell of a lot tougher.
Clear. Okay, slowly. Don't let yourself go down like that. Okay, do it the next one. Next one, let's go, Shane. You can do it. Try it again. Osborne, yes, you're gonna do it. Yes, you can.
So at this point, like obviously it's a lot more pressure because you got a lot more heavier gear on you and you're trying to navigate through the obstacle courses. A lot of people got hurt during this time. And if you were not able, oh my gosh, I'm tired. So obviously this is by week 6. So by the time you got a chance to go to the obstacle course with full gear, it was a lot tougher on you and a lot heavier. So if you were to actually get hurt, it would be a lot tougher on you. And if you were to get hurt, you want to make sure that you're able to recover, because the last thing you want to do is restart at this point. This is about almost halfway through your training, and it's on week 6 going on week 7. So this is when you start getting a little bit more leniency, a lot more basically perks down the road. They have a movie theater, things like that. You want to lose that, go back to week one, start all over again, because mentally it's going to be exhausting.
What's the magic word? Clear. Carry on. Go.
Don't stop. Keep going. Try again. Fine. But don't stop, Marenko. When you switch and carry on.
Alan, let's go in. Let's go. Now we're up.
Go. Keep going. Your friends, you want to be like this. There you go. Like that. Okay. Just ease that other leg down. Ease that other leg down. Trust me. Trust me. Ease that leg down. There you go. Now you gotta ease the rest of yourself over. You can't just hang there. You gotta. There you go. See? No problem.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Second thing, okay, your right foot is your friend. As I said, I've seen a lot of people doing the obstacle with the 3 points where they carry the right foot. They all did right by the magazine housing. It's good, yes or no? It's good if there's no enemy.
With this here.
Are you serious?
Were you scared today when I asked you to step out?
Every time you speak to me, I'm scared.
Okay. I don't bite. But, yes, you were the only one properly dressed, but next time make sure everybody knows.
Yes, Master Corporal.
Okay?
I thought everyone knew because I asked in the morning.
I know. I remember that. But, so, take out your card. It's not always bad things.
I'm not used to it, look.
But it's not that bad. Go. Wait. Okay, now we can go.
Okay,
This way.
thank you, Master Corporal.
So it's not always bad things, but make sure you...
Well, what does the outstanding, do?
It shows
Cancels out one of the bad ones?
No, not really. Don't try that. No, that's just good for you if something happened to you later on.
I thought it was a bad thing, I was different.
So this is interesting because I never really saw this before. I never got special sneak peeks of computers and data and how well you're doing, that kind of stuff. So obviously they're doing this specifically for the training video itself and kind of showing that they're there to support you. But I never seen this before, so I'm not really sure what they're trying to do here. If they're just trying to say, yeah, here's your key card, you're able to now leave base. I'm not entirely sure what this is about.
No, so keep up the good work, and it's your first one. You can get 3, 4, 5, 10 like this. So if you do something outstanding.
Thank you, Master Corporal.
Question?
Oh, Master Corporal.
Have a good day. L121.
Yes, Master
It's a
Corporal.
weapon class. Knock the door and ask the PO if you can get in.
Yes, Master Corporal. Have a good night, Master Corporal.
I'll try.
For sure, I thought I was in shit because normally that's what he does. He yells at me. But I was quite surprised that I was the only one dressed properly for the class. Well, because today we had inspection. I asked before, why do we need a gas mask? And he said, when you go to drill hall, you need it. And when we say full fighting order, that's what it means. So I was the only one who actually heard that. So I was the only one who dressed up properly for it.
So you see there, just before I clicked off there, they have a cover area that's kind of blocked off, and there's basically a fence around it. So those are the smoking pits / break room pits, and that's just for outside only. So a lot of my friends were the smokers, and I was not a smoker myself, but a lot of my friends were. So whenever there was always oh, you can't smoke, you can't do this, you can't do that, I always felt bad for them because that's what they did. That was their addiction, whatever. But what was funny is that like when I went down the road and did more and more training with these guys, is that we had a separate vehicle for smokers, and we had a separate vehicle for non-smokers. I was always in the MLVW with the tarp with all the smokers. So, anyways, always thought that was kind of funny. There's always kind of a little bit of a culture of smokers, and you know, you kind of start feeling a little bit sorry for them that they can't do it. I don't know what it is. It's just, you know, but basically, this is a break area. You can do whatever you want. You can drink like water or like Gatorade, that kind of stuff. And anybody who is a smoker, they smoke their cigarettes.
Why do I hate it, drill? I suck at it completely. I cannot do two things at once, like move my arm and then move my other arm and do something else. I can't keep pace. I have no beat. I have no nothing. I hate drill.
The way it is tested, it's they have 2 points, 1 or 0. If they do one mistake, we go to 1 point. If they do 2 mistakes on the same drill movement, it's 0. They need 35 out of 58 to pass the drill test.
Right press. Eyes front. Left salute. Arms. Crown. Arms. Right. Salute. Take up, arms. Shoulder, arms. To the front, salute. To the left, salute.
Now that you finally passed the drill test, how does that make you feel?
Great. I never want to do another drill test again.
What was your concern?
That I'd be a big fuck up and screw every single step up, which I think I did anyways. And I just learned how to do the present arms last night because I missed a few classes because of my feet. So I was totally behind. I missed tons of classes in drill. My feet were hurting from day one. So yeah, it sucks.
You got it done?
Yes, I did. A miracle.
Don't go away. Basic Up will be right back.
We're a quick fix. We're an 11-week BMQ. We're the first ones to go through. So part of the added burden that we've had is we've been the guinea pigs. We've been the ones to identify some of the problem areas with regards to the training plan. Scheduling, there's things we've had to catch up last minute, and this is another classic example of that. Is I have a very good idea of what's happening next week, and for the 2 weeks after that, I know we're going to Farnham. What'll happen after that, I have a general idea, but the specifics are still being nailed down. In any case, we're going to deploy to Farnham on Monday morning, and right off the bat, we're going to the range. So the troops are going to be on the range. They're going to be doing PW2 level 2 or personal weapons test level 2. Plus Tuesday night, they're doing the night firing supplement with that as well. After that, we're going to be going right into topographical training. They're going to learn to consolidate what they've learned so far theoretically about maps, compasses, magnetic declination. We're going to show them a GPS. We're going to do some stuff. Then there's going to be practical training exercises for us.
I feel great. Going to Farnham next week. It's great.
What are you doing this weekend?
Drinking tonight and sleeping for the rest of the weekend.
So that was a little bit more like a celebratory thing where a lot of people were very excited to go to Farnham. And that was basically like a training facility that had FOBs or forward operating bases, as well as like courses and training and that kind of stuff. And you got to learn your next level of training with the C7 A1 or with the iron sights. And that was basically the firing ranges, as well as learning how to use a compass, how to do map training as well. What's it like to live on an actual fob, being woke up in the middle of the night, all that kind of stuff. And that was always when you actually felt like you're like, finally, I'm starting to feel like a soldier. But unfortunately for us, that's when the winter started to come and it got really, really cold, really, really fast. So find out on the next episode, guys, how it goes for everybody. Can't wait to show you guys it. Do not forget to like and subscribe. If you are a veteran or if you're not a veteran, write a comment down below about what you guys experienced or what you guys expect is going to happen in the next episode. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next one.